you're thinking about getting this piercing, you might have to consider just getting some popsicles, because that's literally all I could eat for 2 weeks straight. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So I've been getting a lot of questions about my snake bites and basically the healing process and whatnot. So I'm actually going to tell y'all 5 things you should know before you consider. Let's get into the video. So first one, of course, you should consider making sure the person who's about to pierce your tongue is a professional. They have done it before, because I'm pretty sure the person that I went to did not have any prior experience whatsoever with doing the snake eyes piercing. Just make sure, I guess they might have pictures, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know that process into piercings, but I definitely would make sure that person who is about to pierce your tongue knows what they're doing. Alright, second thing is pain tolerance. And of course, everyone knows everyone's different with pain tolerance. And for me, when I got mine done, I can honestly say it pinched a lot. But at the same time, like I said, I don't feel like that person was professional, because they literally clamped my tongue, and then when he pierced it, he tried to put the bar into my tongue so that he could put the whole piercing in, and it literally did not go through all the way, so he had to take everything off and he had to re-pierce it again in the same spot. So I definitely would rate the pain tolerance about a 6 to 7, just because he had to re-pierce it, and I felt some type of way about that, because you should already pierced it the first time. But I was bleeding a lot. I remember like I had to hold a paper towel under my tongue for like a good 10-20 minutes. The third thing is the healing process. So as soon after I got my tongue pierced, I wanted to go eat something, but my brain did not register that my tongue was already swelling up. So I'm pretty sure they gave me a piece of like ice or something, or I asked to go get some ice cream, and I had to hold it on my tongue. My tongue swole up. I didn't even realize it, and I was even trying to like talk to my brother, because my brother went with me when I got my piercing done, and he was even telling me like, your tongue is swollen. For me, the healing process, it took about 2 weeks just for my tongue, the swelling to go down. I definitely noticed I had a lisp problem, and I literally had to learn how to talk with the piercing in my mouth, because it's literally at the edge of your teeth, and the tip of your tongue is really what you're using to say words most of the time. So I had to work on the lisps that I was doing, which is annoying. Even when I do presentations in college, I had to make sure I wasn't about to have a lisp. And I know some YouTubers that have snake eyes were saying that they would take their piercing out, but I haven't. It's been 5 years that I've had this piercing, and I haven't taken it out to talk with it. Like, this is normal for me to have this in my mouth now. Another thing with the healing process that I could not stand, it was like for 2 to 3 years I would always have to worry about the ball coming undone either side, because they weren't like tightened enough. If I'm eating, they would literally unscrew themselves. Well, because of how I'm eating, it's contributing to the ball getting loose. I would be eating and feel like something metal moving in my mouth, and I would know like, hey, check your tongue piercing, because it might be the ball. And then I would see that, and I would try to tighten it, but that was like 2 to 3 years I had to struggle with that. I haven't had to worry about that recently, so that's Number good. 4 is eating and making sure you watch how you eat. I could not eat anything solid. I tried to eat bread. Even with the bread, it was so like thick for my mouth. I was just trying to like eat something, but I was literally like miserable the first 2 weeks. So I basically just had to eat popsicles every day. If you're thinking about getting this piercing, you might have to consider just getting some popsicles, because that's literally all I could eat for 2 weeks straight. One time I actually swallowed one of my balls. Like, what else do you call it? That's what you call it. I don't know how else to... That's what it is. Anyways, make sure you have extra. Make sure you have extra. Number 5 is make sure you are watching how you're eating, because you could bite down on your teeth, and then that's where you could actually chip your teeth. Being careless throughout the process, and I literally have chipped a couple teeth. They're not as noticeable, but I do have some teeth. Even my canine, literally, I chipped that. First one, make sure that the person is professional and they have experience in doing that type of piercing. The second one is the pain tolerance. Of course, everyone's different, so I can't speak for you to let you know like if this is gonna hurt or if it's not. The third one, the healing process for me took 2 weeks and my tongue was swollen. The fourth one is watching how you eat, because the ball could unscrew and you might swallow it, or just make sure you tighten it up enough. Make sure you are using Listerine like the first few months, just because like that's an open wound in your tongue and you don't know like what you're eating could. I kind of avoided the first few months. I avoided any spicy foods with my tongue piercing because I didn't want that open wound to get irritated. The fifth thing is making sure that you are mindful of your teeth, because you could get chipped or even cracked teeth. Make sure you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Anyways, I love. No, but okay, I appreciate that though.